Well, hello again. How you doing? This is Lou one more time here, giving you some a little bit of retirement advice. And the topic for today is for those that have a 401k or some kind of retirement account. Should you think about convert that retirement account, that'll be a 401k or IRA, into a Roth IRA? Uh, Once again, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an accountant, and none of that, but I just go into basic stuff. I'm going to get into detail. You're probably going to need to go to a professional for that. But just a quick reminder, for those that do not know, uh, if you have a retirement account, there's two type of uh, investment that you can make in that retirement account. One is a regular 401k traditional retirement account. The other one is Roth, ROTH. And the difference is that when you contribute to a traditional account, what happens is that they don't take taxes out of that money that you contribute. So, for example, if your paycheck is, let's say, $2,000 and you contribute $200 out of your paycheck, that $200 basically they're only gonna take taxes from your paycheck instead of taking taxes based on the $2,000. They're only gonna take taxes based on the $1,800. But it's time for you to withdraw that money, when you want to withdraw that money, it's going to be taxable at the rate of, whatever rate when you take that money out. It'll be a year from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, whenever. The Roth account, what happened is that they continue to take money, even though, let's say that, once again, the same example, you get $2,000 a paycheck, you contribute $200, you still gonna pay taxes on the $2,000, but when you take that money out of your retirement account, it's tax free. So a lot of people choose to do that because that's my dog upstairs. I don't know if you hear it, but he's scratching the window because he see people walking around the streets. But anyway, so what happened is a lot of people choose the Roth because they say, well, I don't know what the tax is going to be 10, 15, 20 years from now. Whenever I decide to take the money out, it might be a lot more than what it is now. And it's nice to know that in the future, when I need that money, I don't have to worry about paying taxes. Another thing is, if you got a traditional account, you are subject to what they call RMD. So basically what it is when you reach certain age, even if you don't need the money and you decide to keep it there for, your spouse, if something happened to you, or for your kids, if you decide to do that, what happens is, at a certain age, you are obligated by the IRS to take certain percentage of that account, every year. If you do not take that money, you're going to be penalized. So a lot of people say, I don't want to go through that. And by the way, if you are, it used to be earlier, but now those born after 1960, I think it can go from 73 to 75 when that requirement distribution kicks in for you. But once again, if you have the money on a Roth account, you don't have to worry about that. In addition to that, the benefit of the Roth account is that whoever inherit that money from you, if you pass and your wife inherit that money, or your kids, guess what? They don't have to pay taxes either. Okay, so it's a great advantage. But the key is, if you got a traditional account and suddenly you want to convert that money into a Roth account, how you going to do it? That's a big key, because if you do it one in a lump sum, if you got $200,000, $500,000, $1 million, $2 million, and you decide to do it once and convert the traditional to a Roth account, in order to convert that money, you have to pay taxes on the money that you're going to convert into the Roth account. And obviously, if you're going to do it all in one lump sum, your tax burden for that year going to be huge. I mean, you're going to take a big chunk of that retirement. And you don't want to do that. So what you want to do is, depending on your age right now and when you are supposed to require to make that distribution to take that money, then you have and depending on how much money you make now, you might start to do it in a percentage every year, little by little, little by little. So when you reach that age, hopefully you have moved all your money from the traditional to a Roth account and your tax burden have been that bad. But you also have to be careful, even if you do it every year, because the simple fact that, once again, if you might trigger your tax bracket to go to the next tax bracket, and then you're going to end up paying too much taxes. So that's why you have to be careful how much money every year you decide to convert into a Roth account. In addition to that, if you're already getting Medicare, of course, that and you convert that amount, if it's too much, and bring your income to a different bracket, then your Medicare deduction gonna go up too. So you have to be careful of that. Anyway, just making a short video for those that are concerned. I would suggest that if that's something you have thought about it, or just by watching this video, it just suddenly trigger your mind to say, "Whoa, I didn't know that," or "Oh, I forgot about that." So you can start doing it, in that way. You don't require when that hit that age bracket, you're not required to take any money out. If you take any money out, it's going to be tax free, and if you leave it for your wife, your spouse, your husband, your kids, you don't have to worry about them having to pay taxes because you will be tax free for them. So, but once again, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not an accountant, I'm not a lawyer. I just give you ideas here, and if it's something that kind of hit your mind and say, I never thought about that. Let me do that. Make sure you consult a professional, a financial advisor, especially a fee-only financial advisor. You're going to pay in a fee, and they don't have any other skin in the game, so they don't have to recommend you, where to invest your money. That and that they're gonna get a kicked out of that. So, but anyway, that's all for now. I want to keep it short. I just want to kind of wake you up, and so you can think about things like that. Until next time, this is Lou. Have a great day.